conception. Commence healing.
Leave it to me. One with the sounds. Leave it to me. One with the sounds. I sense your weakness. The hour is upon us. Leave it to me. One with the sounds. Break.
Count me in. Lost in the mist of time. Yeah, step down. Be right back.
Endless reverberation.
Keep it. The hour is upon us. One with last chance.
Leave it to me. Embracing change.
Count me in. Hey, over here. Whee!
Swift and resolute. I sense your weakness. Moment of resonance.
Count me in. Bang! Pleasure doing business. Bang, bang. Well, would you look at that? Easy money.
Administering first aid. I stand ready. Transmitting frequency.
Phew! In the nick of time. Bang! Pleasure doing business. Bang, 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 bang!
Activating lift. Conception. Commence healing.
Leave it to me. I sense your weakness. One with the sounds. The end has come.
Bang, bang. Be right back. Bang, 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 bang!
We're nearly there. That's the tower. This is where my family first found the Vitrium Dancer. What do you see in the shattered stained glass? This seems to chronicle a legend of the Sentinel, and the tale of how the first Primus founded the Order. I've learned of this history before, but many details have faded over time. Well, art investment is one of our family's key ventures, so I've naturally picked up a thing or two along the way. There's a stone tablet over there. It might offer some clues about these stained glass images.
Credibility in the name and customer satisfaction is the game. I never miss out on a good deal.
This ancient stone tablet bears inscriptions in the ancient Rinascita language, which translate roughly to... Once whole, the divinity was rent by warring creeds. From their holy wounds sprang the curse of dark tide. On this day shall I depart. Though the woes of Rinascita yet endure, the shattered divinity hath chosen their herald. On the grandest of days, the maiden, crowned with golden laurel, shall commune with the divinity. Thus she becomes the prophesied, enlightened one, through whom Rinascita's woes shall end. It seems to be some sort of prophecy. We might have to piece together the clues from both the stone tablet and the stained glass to unravel the secrets. These ancient relics that spawn tacit discords often carry special frequencies, likely the key to restoring them. Let's use the terminal sensor to reconstruct their frequencies and align them with the tablet's inscriptions.
Credibility in the name and customer satisfaction is the game.
The frequencies of these pieces have been reconstructed. Now we only need to assemble them onto the stained glass. The last step to uncover the secrets. one shows a man in Primus attire, wielding a lantern-shaped relic to dispel shadows and the monsters within. The last one seems to depict the moment a girl communes with the divinity of Renacita. This seems to depict the people of Renacita torn into two warring factions. It's done. Now, let's see. Looks like these stained glass images recount a tale about the divinity. Wait.
What is it?
It's just... the content is rather peculiar. I'll translate it for you. Together with the inscriptions on the tablet, it should be... In the earliest days of Renacita, there were two divinities. One rules the sky and the other the seas, eternally at odds with each other. Amidst the turmoil they wrought, Renacita evolved. In those times of legend, people waged war over their disparate fates. All this was ended by an unprecedented TD outbreak. The Dark Tide, so was it known. It ravaged a great part of Renacita. After the Dark Tide, Napoli, the first Primus, restored civilization from the ashes. He founded the Order to guide the broken Laguna. Yet, not long after, he went to be with the divinity. On his deathbed, he spoke to the believers. Once whole, the divinity was rent by warring creeds. From their holy wounds sprang the curse of Dark Tide. Though the woes of Renacita yet endure, the shattered divinity hath chosen their herald. On the grandest of days, the maiden, crowned with golden laurel, shall commune with the divinity. Thus she becomes the prophesied enlightened one, through whom Renacita's woes shall end. Then, the divinity shall return to its true form, and Renacita, under its glory, shall be a paradise, free of suffering. Renacita has two divinities. I've never heard of such a thing. The Montelli family archives hold many documents on Renacita's past, yet none mentioned two divinities. In Ragusa, the common belief has always been that Sentinel Imperator is the only divinity of Renacita. But if the images on the stained glass window were fabricated, why would the Order deface them and declare this tower forbidden?
There's only one explanation. These are not fabrications, but buried truth.
If this is indeed the Order's doing, we must leave here immediately. North of this tower is an island. It should be beyond their reach. Once we get there, you will discover another truth the Order has buried.
Watch out!
Interesting. They're here even faster than I anticipated. Apparently, the Order believes the images on the stained glass to be real. They wouldn't even hesitate to break their facade of neutrality. just to ensure we don't take the secrets out alive. There you are. Can you keep up? Can you keep up? You've crossed the wrong person. Take this! Keep it safe. I'll handle the rest. Speak. Who gave you the order? Look at what you've done. Distorting history, usurping the Sentinel's authority, and colluding with wretches. Who are your accomplices? The Fraxidus, the Facades, and even some of the Montellis. Am I right?
Ahem. Well, I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Carlotta. It seems you too are lost to madness and hallucination. If you find yourself confused and desire the Sentinel's guidance, I would gladly arrange a personal pilgrim sail for you.
So this is how you treat those truth seekers? Banish them in the name of pilgrimage.
Please, lower your weapon. There is still room for discussion, is there not, Miss Carlotta? Stand down. Enough blood has been shed today. Imperator would not revel in senseless sacrifice. The pilgrim's sail is for the transgressors to seek rebirth, not for you to threaten our friends. Repent for your reckless words.
Forgive me, Brother Alessio.
Ah, honored guest. As the truth is not what it seems. My Lord Fenrico has arranged your audience with the Sentinel. Why not hear the Sentinel's wisdom for yourself?
Of course. If Lord Fenrico is the true enlightened one. However, the prophecy speaks of a maiden as the enlightened one. Is that why you destroyed the stained glass? To pass Fenrico off as the enlightened one? So he can seize the Sentinel's power and rule Raguna?
Oh, you stubborn people of little faith. You've surely been tempted by evil and swallowed its lies. Lord Fenrico is the undeniable enlightened one, and will guide us all. I see no point in debating doctrine with you. Let's move on to a more concrete subject. Now, Miss Carlotta, which one do you think is more important to the Montelli family? Is it profit? Or bloodline?
How? That's Uncle Capello's pendant. What did you do to him?
Good question. What did we do indeed? Quite a faithful one he was. Wouldn't hand over this pendant, the emblem of his faith. But we managed to persuade him. Whether he should be deemed faithful now depends entirely on your actions. And you know what will become of him if we decide his devotion is weak and unworthy.
My actions. What do you want me to do?
Raise your weapon, faithful Carlotta. Choose wisely now. Where shall you aim? Whose heart will taste your bullet? Good. You are a smart one, Miss Carlotta.
Carlotta?
I'm sorry. Even though the time we shared was very memorable.
Excellent. It appears you've made the right choice, as any true Ragganese would. Honoring blood and faith alike. Pull the trigger. End this transgressor's life. The Sentinel shall host a supreme banquet for you in the high heavens.
Farewell. And may you meet your friends, where it all ends.
You've disappointed me, Miss Carlotta.
There's a saying in Raguna, even the finest bullet can miss. It was only a mistake.
So be it. I shouldn't question your faith over such a mishap. It is, after all, insignificant in the grand scheme of the divinity. Let us bear witness to the moment divine wrath descends from the heavens.
That was close. I really thought the bullet was coming for us. So, was it all part of your plan?
We were improvising.
Then you two sure have great chemistry. Anyway, those bad guys are still after us, so let's get out of here. Didn't Carlotta say something about an island up north? Let's go check it out. Wait, heads up! Something huge is coming at us! Watch its flames! Quick, get to that clearing!
to me. One more time.
Don't be scared. Paro is just saying hi. She seems to fancy you. I'm not exactly one for formal introductions, Paro. I know this isn't the first time seeing them. Hello, I'm Ochia. We've met before on Brand's ship. I was in this box. This is Paro, the actual owner of the box. Paro takes good care of me and lets me hang out in it all the time. I've never seen Paro warm up to someone so quickly. It must be something in your frequency that it finds interesting. Anyway, what brings you to this beach? It's not exactly a place for a stroll. So you were attacked by that dragon and fell off the bridge. I'm guessing it was Abby who saved you. It probably exhausted itself and retreated back into your body to rest. I can still sense Abby's frequency, even if it's faint.
What triggered Abby to come out? Something it could absorb? But then, why didn't it work?
That dragon's behavior is odd. It never leaves its territory. Long ago, this place was a sacred spot for the Order's pilgrims. Then, the dark tide hit, and all those reverberations left behind twisted things up. The remnant clouds from the sea of clouds drew hordes of tacit discords here. Now, their whispers fill the air, turning this once holy place of pilgrimage into the penitent's end. This dragon of dirge is a local tacit discord. It grows by feeding on the others. We were supposed to pick you up like Miss Carlotta planned, but things went sideways. The truth Mr. Carlotta wants to show you lies somewhere on the aisle. But this is not the best place to talk. The mist is thickening, and rain is coming. The mist is dangerous here. It traps reverberations, and when it collects enough, they quickly form into tacit discords. The captain, Brant, he went into the mist to rescue people, but he hasn't returned. We think he might be in danger. I plan to go find him. Once I'm in the mist, my frequency will draw the creepies and crawlies away, so you'll be safer here. Just in case, take this to mask your frequency and defend yourself. Ta-da! Fireworks pistol. One shot and it'll send the tacit discords packing. It's easy to use. You want to see the upgraded version? Ta-da! Magnum fireworks pistol. Use it to protect yourself. Our troop will bring you to our base soon and tell you the truth we've uncovered. I'll join you once I find Brant. But the mist is dangerous. All right, fine. It's better you see it for yourself. I'll be glad you don't have to fend for yourself alone. See that lighthouse? It's the only safe place in the mist. We'll head there. Brant might have taken shelter there too. Once we find him, we'll find the truth you're after. The area up ahead is where the sea mist is thickest. Try to avoid the dark phantoms in the mist. They could turn into tacit discords at any moment. We'll improvise. I'll warm up the crowd. Tacit discords. Watch out.
What?
The
high levels of corrupted remnant energy in the mist are disrupting our frequency stability. I can help with that. See, fighting here is a bad idea. Let's just try to avoid any threats for now. I'll warm up the crowd. Mamma mia!
One with the sounds.
with me. Look for me.
Don't worry. They're just reverberations. Potential tacit discords in the making. Some of them are actually our friends. We can follow them to find our way out.
Did it lead us this way because it sensed the dragon?
Possibly. Phantoms are sensitive to frequencies, so navigating the mist is second nature for them.
The game isn't over. Here, come quickly.
I think I figured out what they're doing. We'll be out of the mist soon.
Rochia, you found me.
I'll always find you, but maybe don't do this again next time.
Why? Isn't this your favorite game? I wanted to play with you.
I know, but as your friend, I worry about your safety.
My friend? Excuse me. Are you Rochia's friend? Ah, how wonderful. You're not alone anymore, Rochia.
Yes, I have friends now.
I'm so happy for you. All is well.
Fly, fly to the high heavens. We are born free, and our souls will soar even in death. Golden phantoms are reverberations, mixed with the frequencies left behind by people who've passed away. When someone dies, the reverberations linger. Usually, they merge into the same cacophony of frequencies that spawns tacit discords. But sometimes, a trace of their final will remains, and the mist shapes this into phantoms. This lingering will helps the phantoms resist becoming tacit discords and instead guide the lost through the mist. If the mist clears, they'll vanish. If the mist lingers, their fate is sealed. It will only be a matter of time before they merge with other reverberations and become tacit discords. Their final frequencies tend to cling to certain objects, like this Lucianite here. I collect them as proof that they once lived. Otherwise, the dragon will devour every last trace of their frequency. The mist is thinning. That stranded ship ahead looks like...
I will be there for everyone. As
Nice pick.
Why hesitate if you...
I will be there for everyone. As we
Another day, another heroic me!
I will be there for everyone. As we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind. Pilgrim Sail. Why is it here?
In Raguna, those who break the law are sent to the Order Tribunal for sentencing. Those who violate the sacred doctrines are branded as fools and sent away on the Pilgrim's Sail. It's said that when the first dark tide ravaged Renacida, the first Primus followed the currents on a rickety boat and met the Sentinel in person. That's where the Pilgrim's Sail tradition came from. Now the fools retrace the Primus's journey, reflecting on their mistakes along the way. There's a strong undercurrent around this isle, likely caused by that first dark tide. It drags all Pilgrim sails here unless the ship's course is altered. No reverberations on the ship, nor in the mist. The people must have escaped. But with the mist this thick, we need to stay on guard. This way. Head to the lighthouse. I hear the sounds of fighting. Watch out. Tacit discords are gathering.
Looks like our brief intermission is over. Time to let the ghosts have their moment on stage. Come on then. Let the flames of battle ignite our souls.
Wait. Is that Brant?
Only Brant would call them ghosts with that kind of flair. It must be him. But I can't tell where he is in the mist. Anyway, let's deal with the trouble here first before we go look for him.
The show's over, ghosts. Time to take your final bow.
Watch your back.
A marvelous shot. You've earned your stripes, first mate.
You're welcome. But if you tilted your head just 10 centimeters to the left, it wouldn't have been the Discord's head that got popped. It'd be yours.
Not on your watch. Besides, fortune always smiles on me. Except in bets. And we've crossed paths with the Rover again. Can't get luckier than that.
We shouldn't have let him get caught up in this mess. He was worried about us and insisted on coming.
Is that so? Then our gratitude to you is even greater for your timely aid. To find the brightest truth, one must delve into the deepest shadows. Such bravery deserves to be hailed, my friend.
Where is everyone on the Pilgrim's Sail?
I was patrolling the coast earlier when I saw their ship drifting into the mist. Time was against us, so I departed alone without alerting the crew. Thank you. Don't be afraid. You're safe with us. You've got some skill, you know, holding your own for so long in a trial against the Tacit Discords.
Trial? I don't buy into the Order's nonsense. I've worked hard all my life and stayed true to the Order's teachings about forsaking earthly pleasures for divine favor. And what do I get in return? Heavier taxes. When pirates ransacked my merchant fleet, leaving me with nothing, I turned to the Order for help. They said it was a divine trial and left me to rot. I stood before the Sentinel statue, asking if my suffering was really their will. But all I got was silence. Why should I wait for peace in the afterlife when I could be living for today? How is that a crime? As for salvation, I don't believe in it. And I certainly don't need it.
Here's a proposal. How about joining our troop? We are wanderers, adrift upon the seas. Or perhaps you're more familiar with the name, the Troop of Fools?
The Troop of Fools? Could it be?
Yes, we are, like you, by the Order's decree, marked as fools.
Fools on the pilgrim sail often meet their demise in a storm, or they're swallowed by the waves. Even if they do survive, they still face hunger, thirst, and the unforgiving wrath of nature. Maybe it's luck that brought you here so swiftly, and unharmed at that. Look around. This is all that remains of the pilgrim sail. This is always their final destination, where the fools meet their end.
Yes, the pilgrimage is nothing but a banishment in disguise. The path to salvation they speak of doesn't exist.
Otherwise, how could this once sacred place now look like such a hellish wasteland?
Wait. Sacred place? No wonder the others were talking about it on the ship. They believed the Order's promise that prayers at the sacrificial arena would grant them forgiveness. They must be heading up the mountain now.
I didn't expect their faith to lead them that far.
If only they knew it was just one of the Order's lies.
Captain! First mate! We're here to help!
More hands make light work. I called in some help to escort him back to the base once the mist cleared.
The first mate's foresight is unmatched. Then the three of us can head up the mountain. But beware, my friend. By the end of this pilgrimage, you will witness the Order's cruelest deceit. The dangers ahead will only intensify.
Please, save them. I hope it's not too late.
Don't worry. There's more to our troop than you think. This wing ray can fly us up the mountain. You two go first. You'll find I'm very convenient to bring along.
All right then. All hands, prepare to ascend!
Tacit Discourse incoming. Stay alert, everyone. I'll warm up the crowd. These are human footprints. Looks like they're heading to the arena.
This is the only way up. Let's be gone, you vexing wretches! The sacrificial arena's right there. Let's take them down in one blow!
Mamma mia! Avanti!
Please have mercy on me. Is this some kind of test for me? I see. No matter how harsh the punishment, I'll take it. Even if...
Even if it means death?
We've never done anything that warrants paying with our lives.
I'd wager mercy isn't on the table. However, in the face of danger and adversity, the stage is set for our grandest act.
Brant, you handle the tacit discords. I've got the dragon.
Of course. But with all due respect, shouldn't the captain be the one giving the orders?
Just playing to our strengths. Take it, or I'll spill the beans about your wine stash.
Why, aye, first mate.
It's time to pay for what you've done, Dragon of Dirge. We'll improvise.
Leave it to me. Verity Shards.
Mamma mia! Avanti!
Count me in. Let the bullets fly. Be right back.
Leave it to me. Embracing change.
I'll warm up the crowd.
Of course! You think that little lizard could take me down? I just took a nap after eating its frequency. But seriously, that was close. The fire it breathed almost singed your hair. Good thing I was here to back you up. As soon as I realized it was a tacit discord, I went for it and ate its frequency. Piece of cake. But I gotta say, it was a pretty hefty bite. I swear, I chewed it up, but it was hard to swallow. It wasn't the taste, you know? More like my digestion's been a mess lately. That's not the point. The real deal is, I found something crazy in its frequency. You said you somehow experienced empathy with the tacit discord back in Jinzhou, right? How about trying that again with this guy? Trust me, this could be our big break.
Gehenna, a wretched soul mourned by none. You are reborn to fulfill our sacred rite, illuminate the path of salvation. Become the fiery hand of judgment, purging all transgressions. Cleanse every soul ensnared by their own indulgence. Those who cannot withstand the trial by fire shall forever be barred from our pure land.
See? I wasn't lying.
Tacit discord's frequencies are perpetually fading, inching toward their end. Their only way to maintain their existence is to consume other frequencies as food. The dark tide and mist enveloping this isle have drawn in countless tacit discords. Their frequencies should have been enough to feed the dragon. If what you saw is true, then the Order must have used some trick to control the dragon, making its frequency fade away faster than it should. That means they could be responsible for why the dragon began attacking all living beings, including humans.
In time, it ended up becoming a harbinger of death. I found this during the previous battle. It seems the Fraxidus had their hand in this case as well. So you know them too. Seems we have much to discuss. Our troop usually earns a living by performing on the nearby islands. Sometimes we take on escort missions for merchant ships as well. That's how we first got acquainted with the Fraxidus. At first, they were just lurking about, raiding ships. But as the Carnival drew near, their actions grew suspicious. We noticed them lingering around a certain sea. Remember Cetus the Tidebreaker? The creature that attacked you when we first met? After we parted ways, we went searching for it to find out what had gone wrong. This is what we found on its tail, another Lycoris. Alas, the Tidebreaker slipped away into the deep beyond our reach. Still, this bloom leaves no doubt. The Fraxidus is behind its strange behavior.
We saw what they did to the dragon. The Cetus's violent outburst must be their doing as well. They say the Carnival is a ceremony to resonate with the Sentinel. Those who claim the laurel may be graced with a miracle, a direct communion with the divine.
At first, we thought you were merely a curious traveler, intrigued by the Carnival and our Sentinel. But now, seeing how far you've come, there's more to your quest, isn't there? Our troop has always sought the laurel, and we won't sit back while others threaten the Carnival. If they're your foes, then our paths align. Remember I mentioned one of ours who once claimed the laurel? He wasn't with us when we first met. But once we reach our base, you can speak with him about the Sentinel. It won't be long now. After such an adventure, a well-earned rest awaits. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to present to you our sanctuary. A haven for all the surviving fools at the edge of the world. It is, my friend. We built this place from the ground up, and I dare say it's a triumph worthy of the ages.
The mist does shield us from the Order, but it brings its own set of problems.
Precisely why we must tackle its effects without delay. By the way, if you'd like to speak with Mr. Bardolino, our laureate, you'll find his tent deep within the base. Feel free to talk to the others while we handle our tasks. We'll catch up once we're done.
Relax, young man. Life's only just unfurling its sails for you. Why sit there like one of those dour statues in the Order's halls? Don't be afraid to show a little spark.
I was just thinking about my future. Is Raguna truly lost to me forever?
Some have found their way back, but under the Order's watchful eye. Is that really what you want? A life without freedom? Listen, you don't need a grand stage to leave your mark. A true Raganazi can turn even a ragged tent into the finest theater. That's what I'm preparing to do. I might be an old man now, but don't let that fool you. I was once crowned with the laurel, you know.
You? Are you Mr. Bardolino?
In the flesh. Ha 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 ha! As I took my final bow on stage, a bright light pierced through the clouds, shining down from the sky. And then, a radiant laurel descended upon me, and I heard a voice. It was the Sentinel's voice, ringing in my head. I asked them a question that had puzzled me since childhood. The ultimate philosophical riddle. What should I eat tonight? And they answered. The body is the temple of the mind. To keep your mind sharp, do consume healthy food, such as the loris salad. But why loris salad? I was baffled. And the meaning still eludes me to this very day. I've never been quick-witted, though, and the Order's doctrines never quite took hold. Acting, however, that is where my true passion lies.
But why did a blessed laureate like you get banished by the Order?
Back when I won the laurel, Raguna was led by the Holy Maiden. She promoted all sorts of grand celebrations during the Carnival, an unceasing tide of revelry. Stages sprang up on every corner of the city, performances dancing through the streets, and shops adorned in vibrant hues. Even on rainy nights, you could still hear music playing in the square. Some performers wove their critiques into their acts. Sharp as she was, the Holy Maiden noticed. She refined city policy with each whisper of dissent. Those were the golden days, my friend. The Holy Maiden once said that if she were to leave this world, she'd want no majestic tomb or solemn funeral, but the grandest carnival as her final farewell. And then, she really did leave us. The current Primus took her place, and in the name of mourning the Holy Maiden, issued all sorts of bans on the carnival. But is that really what she would have wanted? The Order's grip tightened, and the Carnival performances were reduced to dull, monotonous shadows of their former selves. One year, I strung a wire from a gondola to the top of the clock tower in Liberty Square, and another from the tower to the Thessalia's mansion. Then, I disguised myself as one of the LaGuardia to fool the acolytes. and climbed to the roof along the wire. Midway through the Order's performance, I hopped on a wing ray with a cloudcaster, showering the entire city with flowers.
Yes, it was a magnificent sight. The wing ray soared higher than the acolytes could reach. They couldn't do anything but watch golden pink petals rain from the sky for 3 whole days.
They struggled to clean up the flowers from the streets, and it took a downpour to wash them all away. That cloudcaster, adapted from a music van, became the prototype for the one we use on stage today.
But that's all in the past. To this day, I'm still not sure what crime they pinned on me. Maybe walking the wire without protection? Anyway, I'm just an old relic now. But you lot, you're the main characters of this era, facing down every obstacle with fire in your bellies.
But isn't our fate already sealed? Without the so-called salvation the Order preaches, we're doomed to our banishment. Just lost souls, dying in obscurity.
Life is short, and we weren't born just to atone. The Order may banish us, but they can't take away our right to sing. Death is one of many possible ends, but it's certainly not the worst. Perhaps being forgotten is what the Order wanted for us.
They want to erase all traces of our existence, grind us into dust and drag us into the abyss. But we'll fight the tide and live our lives to the fullest. Members of the troupe may come and go, but they never truly left us. Their deeds and songs are passed down through the ages. One day, our voices will echo across every land. Our words will reach every corner of the world. And by then, even the tacit discords in the stormy sea will know our names.
That's the spirit, boy! Even if I can't earn myself a proper title, I'll become Rinasita's most enigmatic legend. When I'm gone, I'll leave behind a coffin that sings. Or maybe turn into a lark, singing every day and night!
What say you, Brad? Do you like this stage design? It could be used for this year's carnival. Our little chat reminded me of those good old days. So why not relive that scene I just mentioned? I still remember that famous line. Even without wings, we can still soar to the heavens. Now that you mention it, that is a very good question.
Please don't mind him. We like our performances big and bold, after all.
That fight with the dragon probably messed with the mountain's stability. If Bartolino keeps moving around up there, it could get dangerous. We need to find a way to get him down, and fast. We might need your help with this. Kuro should have some useful items in her box. We've got a cloudcaster that can conjure up some fluffy cloud cushions. They'd make the perfect stairs to reach Mr. Bartolino, or catch him for a soft landing. But some of its parts have been borrowed by other troop members.
Come on, fish! Come to my net. Yeah, I borrowed the reel for me fishing rod. We scavenge all sorts of stuff from the beach and fix them up as needed. Nothing goes to waste. Don't be fooled by appearances. This stuff can be pretty versatile.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now.
Sailors cheer as hearts ignite. Soon, we'll break the Cloudcaster. Oh, I use its base as a desk. Our first mate lent it to me so I could write more comfortably. Here it is. Careful, it's heavy.
I'd rather be a wild flower, ignored by all in my own power, than a rose that bends and sways, bathed in grace, but lost in dismay. Cloudcaster. It does ring a bell. Here, the resonance unit. It helps me find the right pitch and rhythm. Works like a charm. You should give it a try too.
Good. We have all the parts now. Time to work, Kuro. Everything's set for takeoff.
Let's position a cloud cushion beneath Mr. Bartolino. Then we'll pop the balloons and bring him down safely. Although we might need a bigger cushion.
The Cloudcaster's resonance unit responds to song. The louder our singing, the more powerful the effect.
In that case... All right, friends, old and new, come and join this sing-along! Bullseye! Almost done!
Oh, thank you, dear boy. You helped me complete this performance and fulfill one of my dearest wishes. Please, I'll gladly give you my most prized possession.
Apologies for my late arrival to such a magnificent performance. Did I miss anything?
Oh my, oh my. What an honor to witness the beauty of our generous benefactor. Thank you, my lady, for rescuing this humble soul in his moment of need.
You flatter me. The family's protection extends to all who stand by us.
Might I say what a pleasure it is to see you again, Miss Carlotta. You have my heartfelt gratitude.
Is everything going smoothly with your family, Miss Carlotta?
Yes, thank you. The Order's scheme was uncovered as planned. Uncle Capilet was rescued, and Grandfather has handled the rest. I still owe you thanks for improvising with me in front of that priest. You've got a sharp mind. No pain, no gain, as Grandfather used to say. I'm pleased we're on the same page. Your kindness is much appreciated. The Montellis won't forget this. In return, I'll share everything I know. I believe you've noticed that the Order has been undermining the family under the guise of its doctrines. Alienation, monopolization, just a few tricks up their sleeve. Their true motives, however, run deeper. Their alliance with the Fraxidus speaks volumes. While we don't know the full extent of their conspiracy, one thing is clear. Their sights are set on this year's carnival. The carnival is likely where you'll find clues about the Sentinel. Legend has it that the Sentinel, Imperator, has been secluded in the heavens, cut off from the mortal realm. The last record of the Sentinel is from the Carnival a decade ago. At that time, the entire city was shrouded in mist. Ghosts roamed the streets, a dragon roared from the sky, and a sea behemoth raged, summoning towering waves. Do any clues come to mind?
The Order has allied with the Fraxidus to control the dragon. From what I saw when I connected with its frequency, they might be planning to command it to attack Raguna during the Carnival.
After the Tacit Discords took over this isle, The Order used them as an excuse to forbid any entry. It might be their way of concealing the dragon's existence.
But without the Lycoris, the Dragon of Dirge is now off the table.
At that time, the entire city was shrouded in mist. Ghosts roamed the streets. A dragon roared from the sky, and a sea behemoth raged, summoning towering waves. Do any clues come to mind?
The Montelli traders used Lycoris in experiments to turn echoes back into tacit discords. If they were successful, the ghosts seen 10 years ago may have also been created this way.
Ghost is just a dramatic name given by the Ragonesi for tacit discords. They look nearly identical to echoes, especially in the mist.
With your help, Grandfather has thwarted their plan. No corrupted echoes will appear at this year's carnival. At that time, the entire city was shrouded in mist. Ghosts roamed the streets. A dragon roared from the sky, and a sea behemoth raged.
The remnant clouds spreading, experiments to turn echoes, and the dragon's manipulation. The Order plans to recreate these disasters at this year's ceremony. The Order and the Fraxidus are allies. To prevent the Carnival's sabotage, we must stop them. But what is their motive?
The Primus called it a divine punishment, and took the opportunity to appear as a savior. A perfect way to build legitimacy.
The Order relies on the people's faith in the Sentinel. With the Sentinel's 10-year absence, faith in the Order has waned. They must be desperate to restore that trust.
It is for this reason that the Order has been forced to revive the festival. Let's consider the implications. If the Carnival proceeds unhindered, how would it affect the Order? The current Primus claims to be the Enlightened One, the Sentinel's Resonator. However, based on the prophecy we found in the ruins, this role is meant for the young maiden who is destined to heed the divine oracles during the Carnival.
The Carnival is the only time humans can directly communicate with the Sentinel. Normally, it's the Primus who conveys the Sentinel's words.
A successful Carnival offers a chance for citizens to meet the Sentinel in person. But for the Primus, and possibly the Order, it poses a threat if they've been fabricating the oracles. To sabotage it while still maintaining their authority, they partnered with the Fraxidus.
The Fraxidus will cause chaos during the Carnival, and the Order will swoop in as the saviors, restoring public trust just as they did before.
So far, you've helped us crush 3 of their schemes, but one remains. We have evidence that the Cetus is being manipulated, and the Fraxidus are setting up their final plan. With their whereabouts unknown, we'll need to adapt our strategy as the Carnival unfolds. From what I've noticed, you're not one to act passively or pin your hopes on others. You prefer to strike first and steer events in your favor. Winning the laurel might give you the chance to talk with the Sentinel. The Sentinel's resonator may also be present, so...
Our aim has always been clear: to restore the Carnival to its former glory with a performance for the ages. If the Divine truly exists, would they wish to see their people living without freedom? Or witness a festival twisted into a tool for tyrants? If we win the laurel, we'll show that such punishment is absurd. But if that's truly their design, we shall break those divine shackles ourselves. Whether divinity exists or not, we will fight for Raguna's freedom, where everyone has the right to live and pursue a future of their own choosing.
The Montellis share this vision. Only in a free society can a fair and open market thrive. However, the troop alone is too weak. The family is under close watch and our enemy hides in the shadows. We need your strength to find our way forward. Thank you. I'm pleased we've reached an agreement once more.
All right. What should we do now? Any plans?
Since the Order intends to sabotage the Carnival and incite chaos amongst the guests, confronting them directly only plays into their hands. You've seen the troops' unique approach to combat, haven't you? That's precisely why we're allies with them. We will turn any disturbances into a theatrical performance.
I can see our friend here is still a bit confused. No worries, my dear boy. We'll have a quick rehearsal before the Carnival begins. Speaking of which, Ms. Carlotta, would you honor us by joining our performance?
Me? I do have some stage experience, though I must confess I may be a bit out of practice.
We don't know what challenges we'll face, so your help will be needed, Miss Carlotta. Plus, it's a chance for you to get to know our methods.
If you insist.
Wonderful! As the festivities continue, if you're both ready, please join us on the stage of the troop liner. Our rehearsals are rather straightforward. No scripts, just pure intuition and our senses guiding us. That's what makes Commedia Improviso truly come alive. For our improvised comedy, we start with a theme. From there, we build our lines and act on the fly, responding to the unfolding show and audience reactions.
But with the limitless capacity for human creativity at play, the plot can sometimes veer into the, well, unconventional. To prevent things from spiraling too far, we set an anchor for the performance.
Pardon my interruption, but I'm quite curious. What sort of bizarre plots have you encountered?
Well, something like a humble craftsman from a small town sets sail on a rainy night, stumbles upon ancient ruins, is reincarnated with superpowers, and then decides to conquer the galaxy, becoming the Emperor of the Stars. So, we draft a basic outline that assigns roles and guides the plot's direction.
And this time, our outline is: a kingdom is attacked, monsters run rampant, and the Demon King has kidnapped the Holy Maiden. A few brave heroes accept the minister's quest to defeat the Demon King and rescue her. This outline holds special meaning. We want to pay tribute to the play once performed by the Blessed Maiden herself, which was also about a hero facing a Demon King.
Good people have their wishes fulfilled, heroes appear in a time of crisis, justice triumphs over evil, and united friends are undefeatable. This is the tale the Blessed Maiden once told, and it's a universal story we want to portray.
To me, the world is a stage, and performing is much like combat. Coordinated movements, quick thinking, sharp reflexes, and, above all, trust in your allies. What I'm getting at is that you both are very skilled and capable. We don't have many do's and don'ts. So relax and express yourselves freely on stage. This rehearsal is to help you get familiar with basic stage movements, techniques, and the troupe style, and to build good rapport.
Exactly. I'll handle the stage lighting, Brant will narrate, and the rest will take on the role of the audience.
If you're ready, let's begin. Everyone, a big round of applause to welcome the Rover and Miss Carlotta on stage! All right, next I'll spin the prologue of our tale, setting the scene for how our brave heroes first crossed paths. Once upon a time, a hero roamed the world. Undaunted by the lack of a divine vessel, he embarked on a perilous journey across tempestuous seas. Alone in the dark, a young girl of untethered spirit soared against towering barriers with wings of defiance. The winds of fate brought them together. As the world teetered on the brink of absolute darkness, they found solace in each other's gaze. Together they became unshakable allies, standing strong against the tides of fate. Even if light were to fade from the world and the stars cease to shine, they would still blaze like the sun forever. Bravo! Bravo!